fortnightly for 3 months. The second issue onward was from Kurnool.
Oh, wow.
Second, third, fourth, all that. So, and I was with my grandfather and grandmother, not with my parents. Every place in Andhra which Baba has visited, my grandfather has served. So, the connection is established, I'm saying. It's so wonderful.
Yeah.
I was with them till I was, say, about 7 or 8 years with my
He did
grandparents.
his elementary school only in
That's
Andhra.
what, huh?
Oh, you did your elementary school only in Andhra.
Yeah, I began my schooling learning Telugu because he was in Andhra, my grandfather, because he was one of the few who knew Telugu. I mean, in the old Madras presidency, we had all languages. See, Malayalam, Telugu, can except the states, Peninsula. He was one who knew Telugu, so all his service was in the old composite state, now Andhra. And I got a list of the places he had served. And if I read where Baba visited in 53 and 54, half the number of places my grandfather has served. So he makes a connection long ago. And here is another connection I have today. That is, one is Guntur, another is Kurnool. Kurnool was where?
Rajamandri.
And then number 2.
Rajamandri. I mean, Dhauleshwaram and Akhil's.
Right.
Yeah, read about his plan, that's right. And some of our Baba wonderful lovers are from Andhra. You know Dr. Danpat Rao, grand old man of Andhra. And all these have come to our knowledge because of Baba's grace.
Yeah.
I started my language study with Telugu.
Where was that?
Pardon me?
Which town?
It was in, my stay was in the later part of Kurnool.
Okay.
Yeah. Then he was in Vijayawada. And all the places, but the first time I was with my grandfather was not in Guntur, where he began the gazette, but in the subsequent issues at Kurnool. And I don't know whether you know, I mean, it's all part of a running story, which only Baba can make it happen. After grandfather came to Baba's fold, and he had asked the Meher Gazette to be started, he made a private visit for 3 days at Kurnool in August 31. And at that time, Baba was having a beard. And when he stayed with my grandfather for 3 days on a private visit, he had removed his beard. I mean, those days there was no question of photograph and anything, and even then, my grandfather would not have dared to think of anything except to see him and serve him. That's all. I mean, it is knowledge that he had a beard at that time, informatory, which was confirmed by Chanji, his first secretary. I mean, wonders never cease, and life is so short for me. We want to share. How I did, and I'm very, very sorry, please.
This is my brother Charles,
Yeah.
Mr. Kasthuris.
Wait.
Getting up?
1 minute. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Okay, okay.
Good to see you.
Kasthuri.
Yeah, Kasthuri. Charlie.
Jai Baba.
It's so wonderful.
Kasthuri?
Time
Leela.
Leela.
is of
To meet you.
so fleeting.
Nice to meet you.
I feel I'm living on borrowed time to meet on the
No,
future.
I am
Nice
Leela.
Mr.
I'm Gopi's wife.
Oh, that's
We're
right.
from South. We're from
My
Bradenton.
God, that's
Nice
so
to meet
wonderful.
you. Yes.
Gopi.
Our names are so close. Hers is with the L and mine is with the N.
Yeah, Leela and
You are Leela.
Right.
I'm Leela.
Right.
You have to forgive me, and
For
I have
what?
not taken the permission to share something with you.
Oh, no. Please, would you like to sit in that chair over there? And then we can get...
I would. Can you help me?
He wants the
Okay.
hard chair.
Hard chair.
You want this?
Okay.
Here, you want
No.
the hard chair?
Any hardship.
This is hard.
No, you, there's
No, no,
another.
take this. It's
There's-
too hard
No,
for
no, there are
me.
more
No, we
here.
got it, we got it, we got it, we got it, we got it.
It's too hard.
Is it?
Yeah.
I prefer. I'm really
It's very hard.
Yeah. Please forgive me.
Here.
See, normally I will sit down. I prefer to be like that,
Oh.
but because I had some health
You
problem,
could sit here or here's a hard chair there.
a blackout and something like that, I find it also difficult to sit down and get up because of
Yeah.
arthritis. I'm an invalid, but I'm maybe a little handicapped. Baba makes me like that. I'm thankful to him.
We like to say challenge.
You're not.
Challenge.
I say, I learned from you. I would never have thought to use the app word.
The what word?
Very hard.
See, from every Baba I glean knowledge.
Oh,
I'll sit here.
well, you're in the right place.
And that's enough. More than enough for me.
You know, it's a good thing we're not the body.
And me?
It's a good thing we're not the body.
Sure. Sure. I'm okay now. Okay, please.
Leela, do you sit up there with him? So I want to see both of you on the camera. You're both on, you know, camera. You're so beautiful.
I lose myself when I'm with you all.
Come on. And then you can coach him if you
great.
forget something too.
I have to keep all these things he'll be asking. Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry.
You want these things? No.
I want that all the, just to refer now and then, I will share some Baba love stories
You want me to help
with you
you?
in the hope
Okay.
that I will find a treasure from sharing your love stories. It's most important. Anyway. Oh. I'll go a little because
You sit,
you don't
go
mind?
down.
Wait.
Well, you could give her this chair too.
How's that?
Yeah.
You wanna go up?
No, in our Indian custom, the lady should be down.
Oh, I see.
That's why Baba made.
Isn't it?
That's why they made them shorter.
You are
Not in, in some cases, it's not the case. These are all man-made.
I know.
You can start.
Yeah. Can I, please?
Sure.
Oh, sure.
Yes, please.
Yes.
No. Oh, first I will, 1 minute I say.
Are you okay with that?
Jai Baba.
Jai
Jai Baba.
Hey, Baba.
And every thing I want to begin by Baba's grace. He has made it wonderful for me today to be in the company of precious Baba lovers like every one of you. This type of talk by bedside sometimes I have not done after in the earlier times because I was most dumb. But in 62, when Baba gave permission for darshan for my grandfather's family, I'll tell you about my grandfather shortly, to have his darshan at Guru Prasad. And the members at that time in summer were my mother, Janaki, Leela, my two daughters, Meher and Nirup, and myself. On a particular day, he permitted us to have darshan at Guru Prasad, which was a heaven because there was a long gap in seeing Darshana Baba and 62. So we were ready on the appointed day at Guru Prasad, maybe a little early also. And we are welcomed by a beaming Iraj, the wonder person in our life, like every Monday, so precious to us. And as usual, he keeps an eye whether Baba has come to the room, because when Baba is there, he has to be attending to it. But he finds that there is some time, he spends quality time with us, saying, welcome to Baba's place. Let me talk to you something before you have your darshan. And he says, I want to tell you, Kasthuri, two things. One, when you are in a Baba gathering today, and so many occasions I have been given, you remember that the person who is the prime is Baba. Baba is the chair. There is no special guest. Baba is the host, we are ordinary, number one. I said, I am very sure after so many years of being with my grandfather, I know that. And he says also, remember, Baba often talks about your grandfather. That I don't know, because grandfather was rather disciplinarian. He will say one thing, if you don't follow, he will keep silent. So we don't know where our mistake is. He said, do you remember him? He asked me. I said, that I can't forget because grandfather brought all of us to Baba's fold. So we owe everything. Then he said, I want to tell you what Baba used to say about your grandfather. And he had a quote. I will tell you the quote in a second. He said, quote, I am for all in creation. I am for all in creation. But I come for a few like Sampat Iyengar. That he said in April of 62. Maybe something which was a rejuvenation for me, because we have never forgotten our grandfather for the reason, sometime in the early 30s, he told my sister and myself, that is after we had Baba's darshan from 28 onward, remember one thing, and that you have God as Baba. Baba is God. He didn't stop with that. He said, I will not repeat it second time in your life. It means if my karma is good, I know Baba. If my karma is not good, I have lost it. And after that, there was no looking back. So, this one, I remembered again in 85 when we had darshan at Mehrabad. 85 was very special because by chance we were at the Pilgrim Center for 7 days in December. Leela was there, I was there, and our grandson was there, 3. That was the occasion of Mehra's birthday. I mean, we didn't plan that. So there were celebrations 2 or 3 days before and during that day and after. There was also a wonderful play put by the Mandali. It was the coming of Milarepa, a Tibetan monk. The advent of Milarepa. And all our Mandali there, including Eric, Heather Nadal and others, took part. So it was a soul-filling experience. So after that, we had been to Meherazad, where we met the Mandali. Mani was there, Iraj was there. In the Mandali hall, Iraj reminds me, do you remember your grandfather? I said 1962 is etched in my memory. That's all. So the reason all this happened was, my grandfather was in the judicial service, serving in Andhra most of the time. His retirement was 32. So, around 28, I get that when I read a magazine, I did not know till about the mid-90s how Baba brought him to his fold. I can't ask my grandfather, he passed away in 43. And we are so scared of him in the sense he was a mentor. He's what I can say, a benevolent despot, if you want to put it like that. So we didn't ask him, but we know. In our life we know that no second time is needed. So this happened. And he was a theosophist, he was an Arya Samajist, he was a member of the Masonic Lodge, all so many diverse. But I mean, this is my surmise. he had no peace of mind till Baba drew him to him. He, in his service time, he saw a photo of Baba in Andhra, corresponded with the Mandali, and then the connection was established. Before he met him in person, Baba drew him to him. And after that time, in 31, Baba had asked him, 30, he had asked him to edit a Meher Gazette. The Meher Gazette was a quarterly magazine about Baba. From 30 up to 38, the Meher Gazette functioned at different places because he, from 30 to 32, because he was in service. My aunt, the whole family was Baba lovers, aunt was the editor because he cannot be editor when he is in service. 30 and 31, the magazines were there. 31, when Baba was at Kurnool, I presume because I heard it from Chaji, the first disciple of Baba, secretary to Baba, Baba wanted at a later time to convert the Meher Gazette into a bi-monthly. And before that, he knew grandfather was retiring in 32, in late 32. They usually retire by end of the quarter, and those days, by December. And Baba, I think, gave him a list of his disciples in Europe. He asked grandfather to tour Europe for 4 months. So he took leave preparatory to retirement, September, October, November, December, gave the names of contacts in Europe only. Because I saw his diary, which also we saw only in the mid-90s at the proper time. So one of them whom we met in England was Meredith Starr in East Chalakom, where Baba's center was there. Dr. Deshmukh, he met him, although Baba had already met him in January 32. That's the contact there. Then he met so many people in all countries of Europe where he had some reference. And in that case, I want to tell you one true story about my grandfather. My grandfather gave a list of the names of people to contact, one of whom was in Switzerland. So on that particular day, my grandfather was at that place in Switzerland expecting to meet the contact. And there was some time before the meeting was scheduled. So he was just looking up and he saw that there was a ride in a gondola from mount to mount. So there was some time, he booked a ticket for a subsequent flight. And he was waiting for that. Quite soon, the contact appeared. So Baba had instructed him to meet him. He met the contact, and what happens, none of I don't want to guess, I don't know, he won't tell me and I don't guess. But he told me this story. So the contact was established, and my grandfather was satisfied that he had served master by obeying him. At that time, the gondola trip had left. That's right. As they were talking, they heard that that trip met with an accident. So you said, every facet of your life, if you are honest, Baba guides you. A true incident that happened. So this was, then in 32 he had been to Europe and came back in December and met Baba in January 33 when they started the Meher Gazette as a bi-monthly. And it was transferred from Chennai originally, from it was in Kurnool till 32, 33 onward in Chennai, because he had retired.
That old Madras.
That old Madras.
Chennai, most of the people don't know.
Yeah.
That is Madras.
I'm sorry, I didn't, I think we did.
Please come.
Then, after that, please come.
Hey,
No,
Baba.
after that, there was the scare of the war. people had to evacuate Madras.
Yes.
So he purchased a house at Bangalore, shifted the printing to Bangalore till 38.
Your grandfather.
In 38,
Yeah.
right? But Baba advised that the journal be amalgamated with the Meher Baba journal. That is how transition came from 38 onward. The Meher Baba journal came into effect, and on Baba's orders, grandfather was one of the editors. Where Elizabeth Patterson, C.D. Deshmukh and those, yeah, I mean, some of you may know more about some of those things, but what I know, I'll tell you. Now, this is about my grandfather. So, rock solid. When we are there, my grandfather, my grandmother, and my grandmother's sisters are the second generation. My grandfather's mother-in-law, who was alive and had Baba's darshan, was the first generation. Then my grandfather had two daughters. One is my mother Janaki, younger one, and the elder was Lakshmi, who edited the Meher Gazette. Third generation. Fourth generation are 5 of our siblings to my mother. My aunt, elder, she was a virgin widow. They were married young, and before any consummation, the husband passed on. I mean, with all those difficulties, Baba made her strong in Baba's love. She finished her graduation, finished her post-graduation by Baba's grace. Then the fifth generation are my two daughters. I have two daughters, and my sisters and brothers have children, so they are the fifth generation. The sixth generations are grandchildren. And two of them are with my first daughter, they were in Chennai, Madras. Two of them with my second daughter, we stay at Lafayette. And here is one magic of Baba. We are in a household at Lafayette where the grandsons got admitted to Meher School.
Elementary school.
It was up to 5th standard grade. We never knew there was a Meher School in Lafayette.
Yes.
No. And my daughter just sees a list of the educational cadre of each county. She sees Meher School. By that time, the admissions are closed because it was August, September they opened the schools. So we made an appeal, but no mention of Baba, because Baba never comes into the picture because he is the prime mover. If he says yes, it happens. He says no, we take with willingness whatever. So we lost hope. So my daughter was looking for other schools. She gets a call from the principal, you come. Then at Meher School, she sees every classroom with a photo of Meher Baba. Then she was saying, then the principal is asking, this is Meher School, how do you, I'm not connecting, but we have Baba followers, lovers. Then he said, I don't know how the connection was, admitted. Otherwise they wouldn't have got admission. Then there's another story, I'm going off the track, but some important things I want to tell you. So at home, at Lafayette, as in Madras, in Baba's home we have photos of Baba. I mean, that is natural, every one of us have photos. How many photos I find in this house? I'm not jealous. Now, what happened was, this one, when we found that we had these photos and other things connected with Baba in the house, our grandchildren Vikram and Arjun are in Meher School. The school is non-denominational, nobody in the school will talk of Baba. Because people from all faiths come there. So when I go, say, for example, I told in Walnut Creek and Meher School, when I visit, in Walnut Creek, I am greeted Jai Baba. In Meher School, silent. Because it is left to the individual to connect. It is a non-denominational school. They don't profess like that. But my grandson, seeing these photos at home, I never talked to him about Baba because it is left to Baba and the individual. He says, do you know this? Yes. I said, it is Baba. He is Baba Thai. In Tamil, Thai means mother. I'll tell you how the grandson opened my eyes in the mid-90s to this. And I was thinking, what is very special about Vikram telling me about Baba Thai. So from that day onward, all my letters start with the mantra Baba Thai. Nothing, no second line unless first line is Baba Thai. And I was really, I get information only by Baba's desire. I was reading just a few months ago, and I find Baba answering my question. He has said, I'll give the reference later. He has said, in every Advent, I'm not quoting, but I give the gist. In every Advent, the appearance of God has been as the Father, the Holy Father, or Neha Baba, the benevolent Father. It is only in this Advent that I have come not as God the Father, but also God the Mother. I give you the correct quote in detail, I don't remember now.
Actually, may I make a slight correction on that? He said, I am the Son of God the Father and the Son of God the Mother in this Advent.
Yeah,
Because we just got that on the email. That's how I know.
correct.
So,
Thanks for opening my eyes.
and
No, I read it, but it also answered to my question. And Vikram tells me, it is Baba Thai. No, we don't go afterwards. I mean, the connection has been made by the master and the pupil. When the pupil is ready, the master appears.
So, Thai, Thai in Tamil is mother.
Mother,
Yeah.
Thai. That we call Amma.
Amma.
But
Thai in Tamil,
that
Tamil is
is
mother, yeah.
mother.
Yeah.
mother.
That's why, he does not know Tamil.
That's right.
I don't know.
He doesn't know a single
He
word of Tamil.
had been born here. He had been, no doubt, when we were in Castro Valley, some other school. When Nirup got a job at Lafayette, we were looking for schools. We were late, we got my school. Even with that 4-5 years, no revelation to me. But one day he says the photo, do you know that? I know. He knows because every school has got classroom has a Baba photo. They celebrate Baba's birthday and also the Founder's Day, the Sufi, who are almost the same day. But this information at home he gives me, do you know? It's Baba Thai. That's all. And after that I never had any other thrill that he opened my eye. I'm always open to any information many of you will give, because I am waiting to hear your love stories of Baba, which will enrich me. And I don't have much time to that. Now, I now go back to, I will tell you Baba love stories about connected with my grandfather's family. And for that also I got a preamble. My grandfather, because of his love for grandchildren, he permitted me to correspond with Baba. I mean, when I am 5-6 years onward, what to correspond, what can a young fellow do, you may ask, I don't know. But the first time I wrote to Baba was in 1936. That is, I was 10 years old. He made us write to Baba anything we wanted, not forgetting Baba is God. If you believe in that, you write. I mean, that's what he told me long ago. You can write to Baba, but be honest in your writing. So, he introduced us to Baba Mandali, very close Mandali, like Chanji. Dada Chanji was the first secretary. Second was Adi K. Irani, Adi Senior. For our family is Adi Kaka, uncle, number 2. The third one is the inimitable Iraj. Baba's mouthpiece, he doesn't like to be called, but we gloat say. He talks And Baba is very careful. He makes a mistake, he points out, otherwise he is with Baba. And lastly, Baba's younger brother, Jal, yes,
Younger.
Virani, in our family, he calls us to call him Jal Bai, Jal elder brother.
Elder brother, no, he's younger.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, younger.
Forgive me.
Younger brother.
Forgive me. I'm a little dazed. So all these four, I communicated with them the Mandali, and they have replied to our letters. Kindly come, please.
No, he's
And
not here.
if you have time, you can share. They have in the album. These letters from 1936 onward, from all the Mandali and from Baba, they were lost, as Baba will normally allow us to do hide and seek. I found them in the middle of 1990s. Not one at a time, sometimes two, sometimes one after gaps, and not chronological. I am a student of geology. I look some old geology file, there will be a Baba photo or a Baba letter. So I collected them. In the late 90s, I got an album like this to put in sleeves, so that at least some of the letters are parchment and 1936. You can see them. There is all correspondence with Baba through the Mandali are worship. So no ego in me. They are not private correspondence. They tell us so many things about myself and Iyengar's family and how we should behave. It is a learning experience for me every day. Now that's apart. I can tell you some stories. The first story I have told, there are so many stories connected with Baba, with some members of my grandfather's family. One of them relating to Andhra, I will tell you. The year was 1953, Baba's first visit to Andhra in January 53. We had been after my grandfather passed on in 43, Baba had asked Adi, who was in charge of correspondence, to keep the Iyengar family old ladies in touch with Baba's movement. Because I lost my father, I lost my grandfather within a year, 43, 44. The only Baba lovers, or what we can say disciples at that time, were my mother's elder sister, that is my aunt, my grandmother's elder sister, and great-grandmother. All the old ones, grand old ladies, keep them informed. So Adi was doing that. So every stage when we get an information, my mother will pass on the information, we know them. Now this relates to my mother in 53. Baba was doing the tour, and of all the other members, elder members, my mother was a stormy rebel. She will fight with my father if she wants to go to see Baba, and my grandfather was a little reticent. I'll tell you later how she ran away from Madras to Bangalore. Baba had an ashram at Bangalore. She went away without telling any one of us. For 7 days it was. But within a day, Baba informed my grandfather, Janaki is with me, don't worry, she will not commit the mistake again. But he allowed her to stay 7 days. So she had been there, and my sister was there. They were at Baba's place. The place he gave them to stay was Tade Palikuda for 4 days with Baba. So whenever Baba's party went, they used to accompany the party in a bus. This story about my mother is about how Baba waits for his lovers. It's a magical story when she told me. And Baba, after these 4 days, everywhere they went with Baba to so many other smaller stories which you read in books. But this one is not in the book, I will tell you. The last day came. Baba was leaving for the next camp, and mother and sister had to take leave of our master. Anyway, part of the way was common. No doubt, at least they thought we go some way, Baba goes further. The parting is always there, but Baba makes our longing better. So they were following him. After a time, they will take leave of Baba and move their way, come to Chennai, Madras, and Baba goes to the next camp. As they were going, suddenly Baba sees a small diversion or so, and there is an unscheduled halt. Nobody knows there. Baba says, get out. I mean, some more time with Baba means what? It is heaven. So all the people got down from the buses and Baba's place. They don't know why, but they have a bonus time now. After some time, Baba sees in a portion of the road a bunk, small stall, and a gentleman was selling soft drinks, cold drink. In those days, we had a cold drink coming in a glass bottle with a what is called
Marble. Marble.
with a marble, which has to be pressed. It was under pressure. Aerated drinks under pressure. There was a marble. The marble has to be plunged with the thumb. You make a plop, and then we drink either aerated soda or lime or orange. All of them are there. So he asked Iraj, go and see that bunk whether he can distribute cool drinks to our people. Another bonus for the party. So he went. Meanwhile, that bunk man is looking up. What is the party is here? But there is one person who is not talking. He looks saintly, and the people around him are so religiously devoted to him, he is surprised. So when Iraj went there, he said, Iraj said, my elder brother wants some drinks for the party. That's how he is incognito, called elder brother. So, one by one, the drinks are passed on. When the last drink is over, and everybody has got one, there are no more drinks. It is a petty shop. It is a bunk. There are no more drinks. And that man is still more honored that such a saint has taken all my stock today. Then after that, he asks, Baba asks Iraj to give the money. He said, no. You are good, like God, I won't accept it. Then Baba sends him, you have to obey me. I am your God, you say, this is prasad. Take it. The man takes the prasad with great humility. That is what. The aftermath, Iraj tells me, in 54 when he came, he passed away, there was no bunk. And Iraj tells me, people have told him that that gentleman has become a big financier and opened 2 restaurants. That is the aftermath. Now, the people are waiting at that stop. Still Baba has not started. More time for the people. Within a few seconds, from one of the byways, some noise is coming. They found there were a small group of men, women and children singing bhajans. They were coming on a side track. It happened, they are Baba lovers. They were not knowing about the different places nearby to visit and have darshan, but they know Baba is taking this road. At least in the road, let us come and pay homage to Baba. I mean, that depth of love made Baba stop, wait for them. He embraced them. They left. The party left. My mother and sister left. They would not have this experience any other way. Baba waits for his lovers. I got other stories like that, but this is connected to my family, that one. Then another one, 1947, was Baba's last visit to Madras. And in the case of Baba, what happens, we have seen in our life, that is what I call magic. Baba makes possible impossible and impossible possible. Okay. 47 was a time of the emergency, end of the war. They had not yet completely decided So after the program for Baba was decided, because my grandfather was no more, my aunt and my mother arranged for the darshan. There was a note that there must be no public meeting. I mean, it's just a type of emergencies. There was no feeding of people, no congregation in a road. I mean, how can Baba come and not give darshan and not that? So, I should think letters or telegrams were going forth and from him, and up to the last we are not sure. My aunt somehow managed to convince the authorities there will be no group on the road. There will be only private darshan inside a building. And somehow he managed the permission, got permission and wrote to Baba. Baba came on that morning. There was no ceremonial reception to Baba on the station, like in 34. So, when Baba came to have darshan, he had only a group in Baba's residence where he stayed in 30 and 34. It is called Meher Bhavan at Chennai. So inside a large hall, a platform for Baba was put. We had arranged what is called a seating. I don't know, it is in the form of a coiled serpent. 6 or 7 coils like a serpent, and with the hoods over that, a little raised platform seat, like that. So, and it was not public. So when he came, he was giving darshan like that. On the second day, during darshan time, Baba is asking Iraj, who is that gentleman in the group? It's an elderly gentleman, I was told. And we were next to Baba in all these places, sitting, I mean, standing behind. All these stories we don't know till Iraj told us in 85. This happened in 47. Wait. Now, then Iraj is asking, then the elderly gentleman was not able to get up. He had come with 2 grandsons. They said, we are from Indonesia. My grandfather wants to go to Hajj for the pilgrimage. Once in a lifetime, that is our plan. And therefore we have come. We came to Madras by ship in the morning. And the ship leaves for Mecca in the evening or late. By chance, somebody told us there is a saint in Madras somewhere. Somebody told us. We found the address and we are here. I don't know why you are called. Then Baba Iraj says on behalf of Baba, please ask the gentleman whether he will do what I want. Will you please, in front of me, circumambulate 3 times?
They do in Mecca.
They usually circumambulate.
Same.
So he is sitting on the platform. The old gentleman, I don't know, it's Baba's grace for him. He circumambulated 3 times.
Around
After
Baba?
he came and sat down.
Around Baba?
No, Baba is at the back. You see, nobody could go behind Baba.
All right.
In front of Baba.
He just did his...
Because I'll show you the picture, it is in the corner.
Uh-huh.
The seat is in the corner. And they sat down. Iraj asked by Baba to give a photograph, some prasad, and informative detail. Within minutes, Iraj says the 3 were not found.
No.
Right. The sequel is, within a short time, his family of Indonesia saw the 3 back. Say, how come you had just left a few days ago, where is your Hajj trip? The grandson said, my grandfather has found his Hajj. And how do we know? One of those grandsons visited Mehrabad in 81. He has the pamphlet given at 47.
Oh, gee.
And by chance when he came, he met Iraj, do you know my story of my grandfather? I mean, it's not known, we don't know, nobody knows. This is what happened. We were back in Indonesia. People were thrilled that we came back, but my grandfather will was satisfied. I mean, the idea he had said at that time is, you can follow any leader, anyone, sincerely. The God you worship will be found in the one whom you see, if our faith is like that. So this is a wonderful story. And the wonderful story is connected to the other one. I won't tell you, but I'll tell you the heading for this. It is in a book. The story is, yes. It is all a question of Quaker oats. It is a story.
Yes.
It is all a question of Quaker oats. The ingredients are the same, but I am the fresh stock. That is the quote. That is a full quote. That story is there about a wartime British family, just like this. Why do you worship this God and that God? When you have faith in Baba, what you want is desired and fulfilled. The military family, for their children were in want. They prayed. They didn't pray to Baba, they prayed to their Lord, whoever it is. He granted their wish. So that is another story. Another story concerns my aunt. When Baba was in Bangalore with an ashram, that 1939-1940, he desired to visit a sacred place about 10 miles from Bangalore on the Mysore road. So, my aunt and grandfather arranged a vehicle for Baba and the group with him, and my aunt also. They went to a place. Baba finished his work. We don't know what he did. He wants to go to a place. Baba's work is finished. Baba said, we go back. On the way back, there was a young driver. As he was coming, there was a calf and some cows were on the, they have right of traffic in India. So the cows went off, the calf was run over by the vehicle. The vehicle stopped, the driver got frightened and ran off, and my aunt was shivering. Then Baba looked down and said, before doing something he said to my aunt, the calf must be very lucky to have been run over by me. Not the quote, but the meaning. The story is in a book. But what to do? We are shivering, we don't know what will be the circumstance. Baba put his hand on the calf. It frisked and ran away.